Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, for the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Inside the 10-yard line. Brought down at the 29. That's where they start the drive. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. He'll hand it off. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Sticking with the running game. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. It's 3rd and 6, a challenging spot here on the opening drive. DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Fires it to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Law. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Offense will decline the penalty after that big gain. First down here for this offense. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. On the ground, it's Miller. Tackle made, but the game moves the ball to 30.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
In the red area, it's Young. Ball carrier running through tackles. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? The shotgun running play call. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
And he lofts it deep over the middle. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's third down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. And he's brought down, but it's a first down spotted near the 41.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, holding just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
They don't block the defensive end. He shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented. It shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. Now the defense plays it pretty well. Force the quarterback to make the throw in front of you as a defense. Then you square up and make the tackle. Force them to do something special after the catch. The tactic works here. Now you've got a fourth down.
Trying for a fourth down completion. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down. And the Wolverines moving quickly down the field here.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but is beyond the sticks for the first down.
Play on this drive coming up. The defense with more pre-snap movement. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. It's third down for the offense. Try and muscle for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. With all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Creative play design there, but it doesn't get much. They stop him for no gain.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position and were able to stop that reverse in its track.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Back to throw. It's Orgy. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Can he make it to the marker? And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the first down in this third and short. See what you can do from here.
Very efficient on third down, and now it's first down and goal. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Point after, up and good. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Now they get set to kick it away. And he fields it inside the 15. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Throws to the tight end. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, you may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
And he'll drop back here on third down. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that third down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. And now it's fourth down and long.
On the return, it's Morgan. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Wolverines offense is back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Handoff to the single back. Hard running now, breaking tackles. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
That completion makes it second and short. They'll hand it off. That's good for first down yardage. They'll spot it at the 37.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The Wolverines come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Short connection to the tight end here. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Brought down, it crosses midfield to the 46.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the defense was locked in on that play. They were not surprised at all that the fullback got the ball. He had nowhere to go. They stuffed that play from the beginning.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Looking to throw. It's Orji. Goes to his right side there for the completion. He's swarmed by the defense.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. That That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Here comes a handoff. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. This is becoming a long drive. Here's play number 9. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. He'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan. And they'll set up with a PAT. PAT puts him in front by 7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Defense is coming after him. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, that's their 2nd sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking for the wideout, who makes the grab. An explosive play, big gain across midfield to the 42. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. Powers the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
The pass rush closing in. The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
A risky call here, close to their own goal line. They're lucky they did not give up a safety in 2 points.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
Most offensive coaches will be happy taking those 50-50 shots against man coverage, but I'm curious to see if they're going to test this DB again after that coverage.
And here's the handoff. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup. Play before they head to the locker room. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. And it falls incomplete. One final shot as the quarter expires. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid game.
Well, here's the first play to start this second half, and it's really more the same of what we saw in the first half. Really no need to make drastic changes. What you were doing in that first half gave you the lead. Just keep working on it.
New center downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Hand off to the right side. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Here's the second down play. Oh, it's a reverse. The Wolverines pick up enough yardage to get a first down.
Because that's a play where they're designed to try to trick the defense. Now, they didn't gain a huge chunk of yards, but the good news is they did pick up a first down.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they hand it off to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. To throw, it's Orgy. The pocket breaking down. And he just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Drop him back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Gonna run it. It's Hall. Oh, there's the stiff arm. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back, and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Look at the time in the pocket. Finally delivers to the left.
Oh, my gosh. What a play by that defender. The only thing is he doesn't come back inbounds for the interception, but a great effort, and he shows his athletic ability on that play.
So they'll send out the field goal unit to give it a shot here from very long distance. This will be interesting. They're going to trust the kicker from 57 yards out. Can he get it there? Field goal try, no good. The lead remains at 7 after the miss.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Back onto the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off, and the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. That'll be delay of game. Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and that'll cost the offense 5. Challenging play for the offense. They face third and long here from their own 43. Scanning the field. It's Simpson. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down.
Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the single back takes the handoff. Now it's second down here. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Ball handed off. Tackle made after just a short gain. That run sets up a critical third down play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
So no long field goal attempt. The offense is on the field to go for it on fourth down. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Here's the throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big fourth down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Receiver makes the grab. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down after that run on the previous play. Motion now from the tight end. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
An inside give now from the shotgun. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. This is score: Michigan 14, Alabama 7.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. The quarterback making some changes at the line. And someone moved just a bit too early. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down play coming up for this offense. To the air, it's Orgy. Catch made on the left side. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
Important second down play coming up. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Second down, we're going to throw it. With the catch, it's Loveland. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Running out of time in the pocket. He throws it away there, avoiding a mistake on third down, and now a fourth down decision coming up. The decision is not to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the field goal team. It's crucial here, a chance to extend the lead here late in the game. The field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's moving out of the pocket. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Tackle made after a big gain.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a 1st down. Takes the handoff. It's Miller. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. They'll feed the back again. And the freshman brings him down quickly. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Handoff to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. He's running out of time here. Down he goes. A sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They settled for a field goal last time. Let's see what they can come up with on this possession. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. That gain moves the ball out near the 25.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Well, this is a huge 3rd down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, They desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. They'll change the pre-snap look now. To throw, it's Orji. Lets it go quickly. And it's intercepted, the last thing they could afford. Brought down after a short return. Buck the pit sets up the offense at the 39.
That's the last thing that you can afford to do. Working with the lead in the fourth quarter, I thought it'd be easy throws, high percentage throws, run the football, keep that clock moving. Now you've given your opponent a chance to get back into this game.
Pressure is coming. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's picked for a third time tonight. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long. And now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Finally brought down to the 20-yard line. A huge gain puts him in great scoring position.
Chris, that could maybe be the play of the game. Third down late in a game like this, you got a quarterback that can deliver for you. He puts it on the money, they get the first down, and you keep that clock moving.
Keeping it on the ground here. He's got room looking for the end zone. And he runs it out just short of the end zone there.
Total control right now, Chris. You just got to assume, just keep running the football. You look at the clock, in their favor. You look at the field position where they are, obviously in their favor. So it just makes sense. Keep it on the ground, keep pounding, run that clock, because you got everything working in your direction.
And he scores. Touchdown, Wolverines. Extra point try coming now. And the extra point up and good makes it a three-score game, up 17 here in the fourth. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. And he's brought down after a decent return out of the 31. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
The key to me in this is the quarterback gets the ball out of his hands early. Allows the receiver to run underneath that deep ball on that post route for a beautiful touchdown.
Now the all-important extra point. The extra point is good. They cut the lead to 10, 24-14. I believe they're going to line up here to go for the onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. Offense is back on the field. This game is not over yet. Let's see how the offense plays it. They love to choose some clock here, but you can't get too complacent. A handoff to the back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Second down play coming up. The offense with some pre-snap motion. They're going to run it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz. And that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Now, he did not make the first down yardage. It's a big stop for this defense as they try to cut into this lead. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive